All right.
I'm Gerald Green, call me Jerry. I served in Merchant Marine during World War II, and I enjoyed every minute of it, I guess you could say, if it's something to enjoy. But had a lot of experiences in the Merchant Marine, went a lot of places, and really never saw any action as far as seen some ships sunk, but never my own was sunk. Few air raids. I was in invasion of France. I was there about 20 days later after the invasion. So unloaded our cargo and wait around, come home.
Could you tell us about what really a merchant marine is and what they do?
Merchant Marine is actually carrying cargoes, seafaring cargoes, to different ports. I left out of New York, essentially, but several other ports also. Might get a half load here and go to Boston or go to Baltimore or Norfolk or something like that. But the Merchant Marine, we weren't under any of the armed forces as far as authority or things of that nature. We didn't wear uniforms, although we could. We went to kind of a boot camp or so, stayed there 8 or 10 weeks, and put me on a ship.
Could you explain about your boot camp? Like, where did you go to boot camp? How was it? What did you guys do?
Well, the boot camp was probably measured after an Army or Navy boot camp, where we learned to march, take orders, and did some training. And I guess the one thing I can remember more is the 1 week of work detail. They get you up about 4 or 5 in the morning, put you on kitchen KP, and stayed there all day and fed the rest of the people.
Okay.
Everybody went in had to spend that 1 week in the kind of a kitchen detail or some kind of a detail like that. But we never saluted. We had respect for our officers, which we called licensed personnel or unlicensed personnel. Licensed personnel, of course, the captain, the mates, the engineers, they were all licensed. The rest, did the work. They told us what to do, and we did it.
What made you decide to become a merchant marine?
Well, kind of a dumb reason, but actually about 4 or 5 of us, I lived in North College Hill at that time, I don't know. But anyhow, we all decided to go in the Merchant Marine. We knew we were getting of an age that we were going to get drafted. And so all we had decided to do it, but it got down to the day we were to leave, I was the only one that showed up.
Oh, really?
And the rest of them bowed out. They ended up serving in the Army or Navy or somewhere else. But anyhow, it was all, I guess, would see pictures in the paper about a merchant ship being sunk. In the early part of the war, a lot of merchant ships were sunk. And I don't know why that sounds so attractive.
Okay. All right. Could you explain to me like the life you had on the merchant ships? How was it?
Well, it was pretty regimented, but actually, on a merchant ship, when you're at sea, you stood sea watch. Sea watch, there's midnight to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 12, and then it started all over again. But you were had details. You were on this watch, and you were expected to do. You worked under the mate and the boatswain, and but every day, we'd be asleep. Say we was on 48. A guy on the 12 to 4 would come, wake us up, have a half hour, go to our duties, whether you steered the ship, went on lookout, or the other guy was, he was on detail, ready to do anything. But it was about the same thing every day.
When you would set off to on the sea, around how long would you be out there for?
How long be at sea? It just depends where you were going and how long the trip was. Most of the time, the first ship I was ever on was one of the best ships in U.S. Merchant Marine. It was new and fast, and I don't know, it'd take you 10 or 12 days to get to Europe.
Okay.
But I met a buddy on that ship, and he suggested we get off on something else. That was a nice ship, but it was in port quite a bit of time. And you didn't make any money while you were in port. You made lesser money, put it that way. So he decided, we went to Union Hall, told him he was getting off of that ship, and told him to give us another ship. So they sent us on another ship, a ship that was really going to being outfitted to go to Murmansk, Russia, which was North Atlantic run and one of the worst ships you could get on. But before we sailed, a couple of weeks or maybe, they decided we were going somewhere else. Now we as the crew never knew where we were going.
Oh, really?
You had a few ideas, some of the cargo maybe, but we had no idea where we were going, but we were told we weren't going to Murmansk. Ended up, we went Atlantic to Mediterranean and went to Persia. But it was something we had to do at that time.
So would you say you...
Excuse me?
Do you miss those days? Miss being a merchant marine?
I can't say I miss it. I enjoyed it, but I don't yearn for it. It was, some would look upon it as kind of a hard life, but I really didn't look at it that way. We had all the necessities of life. There were 3 of us in what we call a forecastle. That's our cabin, if you want to call it that. Nice, nice quarters. Up to you to help keep it clean, but 3 in a cabin, 3 in a forecastle. And really got through life all right without any problems. Learning to live with other people, symbiosis of working together,